Hello. Wow, look how creative I am with this angle. Very cinematic. Anyway, in today's video we're gonna talk about portfolios. And portfolios can make you extremely inspired but also depressed, because you realize that you don't have fancy projects and clients, so you feel like you will never have as great portfolio as other designers. But the thing is, you can have very good portfolio without fancy clients, and in this video I will tell you how. And let me just take a seat because this angle is quite uncomfortable. Alright, at the beginning of your design journey, it might be quite hard to find real clients that want to pay you full price for the project. You will find some people writing to you and asking to do a project for very low prices. And that's why I suggest you to create one project for free. And before you go into comment section and tell me that this is something that designers shouldn't do ever because it's like a sin, that's something that it's like, I understand what you're saying, but hear me out. When you're working for commercial client, you are working with many constraints. The client will have input on your final delivery, in your design process, and it's always gonna be some kind of compromise between what you want and what the client wants. And that's okay when you are paid full price. So if you are gonna take commercial project, work for full price, never work for discounted price, it's not worth it.
However,
if there is one specific project that you really want to work on, and you have a skill that you want to showcase, but you don't have this case in your portfolio yet. Let's say that you want to create a website and you have a good friend who is an amazing photographer and you want to create a website for them for free. Tell them, look, I'm gonna do this for free for you, but here is one condition. We'll do it my way. And in this way, you get yourself a really nice project that you have this creative freedom. You can explore, you can really push the boundaries, you can create a project that you are proud of, you will help out your friend, and everyone gonna be happy. And that's gonna be like a real project to your portfolio. And for me, this kind of work was a project that I made in 2017. And I spent a few months on that. I was working after my regular work, and I created something that back then I was really proud of. I worked with animations, I created posters for them for events that I really wanted to showcase my work with grid systems. I made my own mock-ups so I could really showcase how my work would work in real life, work on their social media presence and merch. So I made this project fully for free, but I don't regret it. It got me a lot of people interested in my work. I was featured on Behance. I got 20,000 views on this project, and I think that if they would pay me for that, I would have much more restrictions, much more constraints, and I don't think the output would be as good for me as it was. So try it out. If you cannot find a good project that you want to make for free, you can always create a concept or redesign projects. Let me explain what I believe it's a good fake project. Very important thing about concept projects is to have brief constraints and goal. And designing with intention is extremely important, and you want to showcase this in your portfolio. There are many designers that are making those kind of projects online, but they show us only a few screens. And it's very hard for us to validate this kind of work because we really don't know what was their assumption and their process. So let me give you an example. You want to redesign an existing app. Create for yourself brief. Think about what kind of problems you are solving and document whole design process and validate the outcome. If you want to improve user experience of this app, create working prototype. Test your solutions on users. It can be your friends. You can show them what you did and you can document your findings, and also based on your findings you can adjust the outcome. This is not a small project, but that kind of project can really attract serious clients, and by documenting the whole process it can show how skillful you are. Let me show you what I believe is an amazing case study example for a redesign concept of the Disney Plus app that you can find on Behance. So we have a short info about the project. And look at those small details, how this person is explaining their design. So here you have comparison how the current app looks and how they design it. And they also highlight what is wrong with the current design. And here you can see the Figma prototype, and it's actually working. So you can go to this case and see how it works. So the person is showing their prototyping skills right away. They also worked a bit on app icon, change colors, icons, typography. Here you have how they worked with layout. And they explain more about their design approaches, and you can see some mock-ups as well. Look at amount of details that this person is describing. The amount of work that was put into this case study is quite amazing. They thought about UX experience of the player. You can also look into UI components of Figma. And with this case, they got almost 120,000 views and 14,000 likes on Behance and almost 700 comments. If I would be recruiting for product design position and see this project, even though it's not real, I would totally consider this person because it really shows their skill, visual, but also user experience skills, animation, interaction. I mean, it's really strong. And if you are missing a project brief and you don't know where to start, you can always use AI chatbots. They can help you out to create a brief. And here's an example of a brief that ChatGPT created for me. And maybe you are a bit farther in your journey and you have your first client, but you are not really happy with a brief. My solution to that is to over-deliver. And what I mean by that is that many projects can start with very short brief that you are not super happy with, and that's fine. Your client might have asked only for a logo, but you can take your initiative and create a whole brand identity for them. And I'm talking about like a full package from like, of course, logo, but also colors, typography, motion, illustrations, 3D renders. You can show them how it can look on their website, in their app. And in this way, you are testing your client flexibility. And I assure you that 90% of clients will really appreciate this kind of work and would want to pay for that. And they can also recommend you further because they would be really impressed by the work you did. And in the end, if it doesn't work out, you will end up with an amazing project to your portfolio. And as an example, I work on the pitch for Malmö Festivalen with my friend Shell at the agency that we worked back then in 2019. And we were asked to create the festival identity for 2020. And we all know what happened in 2020 with this project. But we went above and beyond by creating a new branding, illustration, motion system. We even created a new app concept with an interactive map, food ordering from festivals, food trucks, and a workshop booking system. And we didn't win the pitch, and that's fine. We have really good case in our portfolios that I know for sure got me 2 clients. And remember that it is very important to show in your portfolio projects that you would love to work again with, because there is a high chance that your projects will attract similar clients that are interested in similar work. And 3 very strong projects are much more valuable than 10 quite mediocre ones. And speaking about building cases to your portfolio, your case study is a new project. Let me explain. Maybe you just finished a project that you want to put to your portfolio. You are proud of your work and you want people to see it. Don't just take what you just did and push it to your portfolio. Take your time to really reflect on what you did and think about how to tell a story of this project. I've been part of many recruitment processes where I was recruiting designers to the team that I was working with, and I've been browsing portfolios for a whole day, and 90% of them were using the same kind of mock-ups, the same visuals, the same ways of showing their work. And in the end, I really forgot about them, and I remember this 10% of the rest, and those were the candidates that really put work in their case study, that really spent their time on crafting case study, creating project out of a project. And those were candidates that we moved further in the process and they got the job. Use unique visuals to make your case stand out. Don't use the same mockups as everyone else. I will show you here a few examples of very high quality mockups that I personally would use if I would create a case study at the moment. They look very real and they aren't overused. They are not for free, but that makes them unique, and I think it's worth investing those money. Also here I selected a few really strong case studies that hopefully will inspire you. So take your time when you're creating your case study. Don't rush it. I know it takes some time. I know that this is a bit painful, but it's really worth it. By creating an amazing, inspiring case study, you can really gain a lot of clients. You might have really good work in your case study, but if you present it in a way that it's not interesting, your clients might lose interest, and it's really pity because your work might be amazing, but the way you are presenting it, it's not. So take your time. All right, that was it for today. Let me know what you think, if you found it helpful or not. I hope you did. I got a lot of questions about portfolios, and I kind of feel like I could have yet another separate YouTube channel just about portfolios because it's such a big topic. And I know that first portfolio is a stressful thing, so I really hope that those ideas that I just gave you will help you out to create case studies that you are really proud of. Yeah, and let me know if you have more ideas on how to create projects for your portfolio without fancy clients. Yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you had a good time and you hydrated, because I didn't, and I'm hungry also, so I'm gonna go and eat my food. Write potato in the comment if you are still here. That will help YouTube find this content interesting, your potatoes comments, so please do. And by the way, I checked and like 90% of you aren't subscribed. So come on, just do it. I need my ego boost, so please subscribe. All right, I'm gonna go. Have a good day, and we see each other soon.